Okay, PCGamesGirl here, and hello and welcome to my 3,000 subscribers question and answer video. First of all, I would like to sincerely apologize for how long it's taken for this to come out, and secondly, just look at this little face! His name is Baby Eric. Well, actually, technically his name is Prince Eric, but he's one of my 3 foster kittens right now, and he's a little bit clingy and attached, as you might be able to tell by the fact that he just decided to come over here and say hi. Aren't you, Eric? You're the clingy one, huh? Gosh, you're adorable.
Come here, kid. Ugh.
Say properly hello. Say hello.
He says, "Hello, peoples of the internet. My name is Prince Eric. I'm a baby foster kitten. Hi!"
He does not look impressed. Oh, there he goes. Now he's waving at himself. I love you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Yes. Are you part of the reason this took so long?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Because when I first got him, he was a bottle baby. Yes, he was. You were on a bottle still, weren't you? Yes.
You're gonna go over there now? Okay. And I will show you guys his brothers in just a moment, and then we will get to the questions and the answers. And here is baby Kristoff. He is the biggest kitten in the litter. You want to say hello, baby boy?
You say hi.
He's looking off into the sunset. And now he's looking at you guys. He said hi. But yeah, he's the biggest kitten in the litter, and he's the only one with any colors other than black and white in his fur.
And he's just gorgeous and adorable, and he's enormous compared to the other 2.
But yeah, now I'm going to show you guys the 3rd baby. And now, finally, we have Prince Philip, the very, very sleepy,
who also loves to purr.
Oh my gosh. He's purring right now. I'm gonna put him next to the microphone so hopefully you guys can hear.
I'm purring. I'm a purring.
And now, let's get to the first question, shall we? Alex's channel asks, how many animals do you have? I foster kittens for the Arizona Humane Society, and yes, the kittens I showed at the very beginning of this are indeed all 3 foster kittens that I currently have for the Humane Society. And I also have 14 resident cats, who I will show you guys in just a second, and I'm preparing to get myself another Syrian hamster again because I lost mine back in May, and I really, really want another hamster again. But, without further ado, here are my resident kitty cats. Lancelot, his sister Lady, Sagwa, her son Dongwa, Dust Bunny, her brother Pierre, Guinevere, her sister Cricket, Emily, her brother Joseph, Bugs, his sister Tiger Lily, Buddy, Precious, and these are the 6 kittens who I have successfully fostered and who now live in their new forever homes. On the top left is Cinderella, top middle is Belle, top right is Aurora, bottom left is Xena, bottom middle is Sebastian, and bottom right is Tux. Zed Plays asks, what's your favorite game other than LOTR? So you want to know what my favorite game is other than Lord of the Rings Online, do you? Do you? Alright, well, I don't think I have an answer for you. I mean, it's not like there's another game that's like completely filling every moment of my life in one way or another, at least it feels like it is. Nope, not at all. Can't possibly answer that question for you, can we, Dovahkiin? He says no. Jemmy Galaxy Gamer asks, what state do you live in? Arizona. Wonder Ollie asks, what's your favorite class and region in LOTR? My favorite overall class in LOTR is definitely the Hunter. I really love playing as an archer in pretty much any game, and I want to learn how to do archery in real life as well. And my favorite region in LOTR is Falothlorn, specifically the city of Kellendem. When I first played with my first character in LOTR, Selenil, I lingered for months and months in Falothlorn and spent as much time as possible just basking in the beauty of the pink and white trees, the glorious rippling sea, and the elven architecture. I just think it's simply gorgeous. Hopeful Student asks, in a previous video, you mentioned in passing clinical depression. Are there any thoughts, tips, advice, cautions, confessions you would like to give to your viewers? Yes, there's quite a lot that I can say on this topic, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to keep it pretty brief. But since it is such a serious subject, I actually wrote down my answer in advance so that I wouldn't forget to say anything. So I'm going to be looking to the side a little bit. That will just be me reading from my script type thingy here. I've suffered from depression since I was a child, but was not officially diagnosed until I was a teenager. That being said, I've dealt with it for almost my entire life. It can be caused by different things, including chemical imbalances in the body or environmental factors. In my case, it was the latter. One thing everyone should keep in mind is that no matter the cause of depression, it is never your fault. It's a disease. Not everyone has the same symptoms. When I was younger, my primary symptoms were loss of motivation, feelings of worthlessness and guilt, and fatigue. These were so severe that I found it nearly impossible to so much as get out of bed and do anything whatsoever for several months after I graduated from high school. I had been through counseling, and it helped somewhat, but it was not enough for me. My doctor prescribed me an antidepressant medication, and after a few months of taking it, my life began to change for the better. The worthlessness and guilt that had eaten me alive in high school were gone. My motivation finally returned, although it is still something that I struggle with from time to time. The fatigue is also still pretty bad, but I can usually find ways to work around it. The main point that I want to make from telling my story is that while some forms of depression are chronic, you can still recover from it. This is especially true if, like me, yours is caused by environmental factors. There are different options to treat it, and some may work better for you than others. Arm yourself with whatever weapons you need for your particular fight with depression, and don't decide that one type won't work for you unless you've already tried it. You can win this fight, you just have to keep on going every single day. Andre Gamer asks, when is Jerry coming back? I don't know when Jerry's coming back, and Jerry doesn't know when he's coming back either. Now, the reason for this is because his mental health was not in very good shape for several months, and he's still on the road to recovery, so I will let you know as soon as he's feeling well enough to start filming with me again, but I genuinely have no idea whatsoever how long that will be. However, he is getting significantly better all the time, so I don't think we'll have to be waiting too long. Hopefully. Edgar Villalobos asks, what is your favorite game and why? I had to think about this one for quite a while, but the answer is Lord of the Rings Online, as I'm sure lots of you probably guessed already, and I will explain precisely why in another question in a little bit. The Stone 380 asks, what kind of music do you enjoy listening to? That really depends on what I happen to be doing. If I'm writing, there's a particular playlist that I listen to, and I will switch which song or which album or whatever it is that I'm listening to depending on what type of scene I'm trying to write, because I am a writer. And I will put a link to that playlist in the description of this video, so go ahead and check it out if you wish to do that. And as for what other kinds of music I listen to, Celtic folk music pretty much all the time. It's my favorite. Marta P asks, what do you enjoy the most about LOTR and what encouraged you to start playing? I started playing LOTR because back on August 28th, 2012, I decided that I was completely bored with the MMO that I had been playing for years up until then, RuneScape, and I wanted to try a new game in the same genre. I was already a fan of Lord of the Rings, and I had heard somewhere about the game, and no, I do not recall where, so don't ask, I genuinely don't remember. And I decided to download LOTR and give it a try. And 5 years later, I am still hooked. And what I love the most about LOTR is that I can run around its beautiful, scenic, and sometimes downright terrifying landscape in Middle-earth while living out my dreams of being a beautiful elf maiden who's an extraordinary archer or a badass mage. And not to mention that it has some very intriguing stories that have stayed with me, and I'm looking at you, Shadows of Angmar questline. I'm looking right at you. Chris Leon asks, Tator says hi, and how are you doing? For those who don't know, Chris Leon is one of my lovely patrons, and this is his dog, a Shih Tzu named Tator. That wasn't exactly a question, Chris, but since you're you and you're awesome, I'll let it slide. And as for you, dear little Tator, I'm doing alright. I hope you're doing well, and you tell that human of yours to give you lots of love and hugs and kisses because you're freaking adorable. Alright you guys, so I'm going to be ending this video here. I hope that you have all enjoyed it. Please be sure to give it a like and to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and please consider supporting my Patreon campaign if you feel so inclined, and be sure to click one of the links on screen. They will be here somewhere, a subscribe orb, and videos for you to click on that are also on my channel, which are also awesome. And I will be seeing you all in the next video.